disease. But, sir, such answer as I can make you shall demand, or rather, if ye pay, my mother, therefore, no. Therefore, no more. But to the matter, my mother.
Now that she says your hair struck me to me.
Oh, wonderful son,
My name's Dave, and I am playing Marcellus, the first player king, the first clown, and Fortinbras. And I auditioned for Hamlet because of the challenge of firstly doing Shakespeare and also being able to play multiple characters. I finished the show beginning of this year with Melville Theatre doing Rabbit Hole. I've just moved back from Melbourne. I've been there for 13 years, did quite a few shows over there, and it's been a very long time since I've done a Shakespeare. It was about 18 years ago with GRADS. Midsummer Night's Dream, the New Fortune.
My name's Patrick Barton. I'm playing the character of Laertes. I auditioned for Hamlet simply because it's a play that I love. I'm a really big fan of Shakespeare and a lot of 17th century theatre. That's sort of the period of theatre that I specialise in. And I like to think that I have a very academic approach to my theatre. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing how the production pans out.
My name is Lee. I'm currently studying to be a drama teacher. I'm currently part of a group of actors who all started out my high school. We recently did The Dispute, or La Dispute, which is a French romantic comedy, and that went well. I've spent most of my career playing the leads, which is very time consuming, and now exams are coming up, I don't have time for that, so I picked up Francesco Osric, the actor playing it in there few. And the reason I got the role of these three is because Melissa asked me to. So she came up to me, and having seen me play Hamlet, and having seen me play an Englishman, German, British, Australian, having seen me do stand-up, she knew I have quite a wide range of things I can do. And so she told me this, and at length explained how wonderful I am and how great I am at digging at people, and said she wanted me to play several characters for her. And I can never turn down someone who compliments me.
Hello, my name is Stephen Platt. I am taking part in this GRADS performance of Hamlet. I will be playing the parts of Guildenstern, the better one of Rosencrantz and Guildenstern, in my opinion, and also the second gravedigger, who is the better of the gravediggers as well. The reason I auditioned is basically because our lovely director, Mel Merchant, asked me to audition for parts, and I have gotten in, and it's looking like it's going to be fun, so please come and see. Please.
Hi, my name's Katrina Johnston, and I'm playing Rosencrantz in this production of Hamlet. The reason why I auditioned for this production, I've had many years of experience in theatre, but I've never tried something as big as Hamlet. And even though I'm not a lead character or anything, just being involved in something like this is pretty hardcore. And that's what I'm all about, hardcore theatre.
Hi, I'm Molinka, and I'll be playing Ophelia for the GRADS production of Hamlet. Have a bit of a theatre and a film background as an actor. Play lovers, plays with Harbour Theatre. He died with a falafel in his hand in his final hours. Hotel. When I was little, I would sulk a bit. Well, I didn't think it was sulking, I always thought it was reasonable. My mum would try and point out that I was being a bit crazy by calling me Ophelia. She then proceeded to explain how Ophelia drowned herself because her boyfriend went crazy. That was maybe a bit above me when I was little, so I'm finally getting to be Ophelia, and my mum's wrapped.
My name's Barry Park. I'm playing Polonius. Worked in several GRADS productions and a few on the New Fortune stage, which is one of the reasons I auditioned for this show. Working in that space is really exciting because it's so different to any other theatre that I've played in before. I've worked with Melissa, our director, on that stage, and I'm looking forward to working with her again. One of the things I loved doing recently was playing Shylock in Merchant of Venice. I've wanted to play Polonius for years and years, having taught Hamlet so often, and I've always been really intrigued by the character of Polonius and wanted to play him, so here's my opportunity. Looking forward to it very much.
Hi, I'm Cheryl. I'm playing Gertrude. I've done a few plays this year. I played Lady Macbeth in Simon Sharkey's project Hamlet, and I overlapped that with playing Veronique from The God of Carnage, and they were both big roles, and I was really looking forward to a break. And then Gertrude came along. And how can you say no to Gertrude? It's a fantastic role. There isn't a lot in the text that tells you her motivations. I've read interpretations that say she's stupid or she's power hungry. Those aren't interpretations that I want to follow. I don't think she's stupid. Why did she marry Claudius before the play even begins? It'll be really interesting to find out how I decide to play the character.
My name is Eddie Stowers, and I play Claudius. Melissa, who's directed me before, is always good to work with. Approaching 10 years ago, actually, the play was One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Chief Bromden, of course. But I played Chief Bromden, and Melissa directed us in that. It's been a few years since I've played Shakespeare. I played Othello. A lot of work, but a lot of fun. I had the opportunity to audition for as Claudius. I'd forgotten how convoluted the language is, but it's great fun. It's great fun, and there's a great cast, great support crew, and just started rehearsals, and it's really kind of interesting.
I'm Maxwell Keeble. I'm a first-time actor, actually, in a proper theatre production. I've done musicals before, and but I'm playing Horatio, who's kind of a foil to Hamlet's kind of craziness, more of a skeptical, calm influence. He gets to kind of give the audience a person to check with. Every time there's anything crazy going on, you can generally see how Horatio is reacting, and that will give you an indication of what is a reasonable person would be taking from this. In the face of everybody being differently crazy and the heightened emotions of everybody else, Horatio kind of gets to be the same one that you can rely on to not be freaking out. He's there not giving in to all of his emotions and all of the silliness that goes on.
Hi, my name is Ben Wilkinson. I'm going to be playing Hamlet. I've been involved in theatre and film since I was about 16 years old. I know, I really fell in love with Hamlet. It's really easy to do as a teenager since he is so introspective and angsty and all of that. Yeah, it's, I guess it's the archetype for male actors. It's the bucket list role that we all want. When something gets so horrible and so horribly dramatic that a character will actually see the irony in their own turmoil, in their own drama and struggle, and there'll be a moment of humour in that. And there is a strong suggestion that these characters are fated in some respects. Many of them almost see their death before it happens, and they have that moment where they could make another choice. There is in the text the fact that he wants to be king, but it's not mentioned a lot. So I feel like that he does admit that he's not ready for it yet. What is it going to take for him to take over and lead this country? And what kind of a mess is he going to have to clean up? Especially the means by which he's going about it. Hamlet definitely can't get his head straight to make a clean decision. He should have gone to Wittenberg, he should have raised an army, and he should have taken Claudius out. And it's one of the greatest plays Shakespeare's ever written, so yeah, I'm really happy to be a part of it. Anyway, come see the show. It's going to be really, really cool.
I'm Sarah McKellar. I'm the assistant director for Hamlet. I've just been doing a bit of Shakespeare directing recently, and I just really want to get involved with as much Shakespeare as possible. And Hamlet's one that I haven't actually done it before, and I just wanted to immerse myself in the play for one thing, and also I really, really enjoy helping people with Shakespeare's language because it's something that I really love myself. Work on one-on-one with people during the rehearsals. You can drill the text and get into it a little bit deeper. My background is as a performer and director in the independent Perth theatre scene, which I've been in for a few years now, and most recently transitioning into directing Shakespeare. So that's my kind of progression, and that's what's led me here so far.
Hi, my name's Glynis Best. I'm the stage manager in Hamlet this year. I've been working with GRADS for about 3 or 4 years as their stage manager, and I'm now this year's president. I think GRADS is really fortunate that we do have this connection with UWA and that we can actually be involved in their celebration, because we've also had a long association with the university and especially the New Fortune Theatre. We wanted to put the production on there. I guess the thing is, Shakespeare, we do Shakespeare every year, and Hamlet is such a good show. It's got everything. It's got murder, it's got love, it's got lust, it's got lots of highs and lows and lots of, little bits of comedy here and little bits of this there. And I just love backstage. I love being able to work with directors and work with actors, and then just really pull the production together and just make sure that everything runs in the best way possible so that we can have the best experience for our actors and the best experience for our audience. And you have to be tough at times, but you have to be really gentle at times as well.
My name is Melissa Merchant. I am the director of Hamlet. I am a PhD in theatre and drama from Murdoch University. I've worked quite extensively with the Shakespeare program at Murdoch. I have a love and a passion for William Shakespeare. My specialties are Shakespeare, women on the stage and restoration theatre. I'd already been thinking of ideas of how I could use social media, social networking and those kinds of things, because one of the other things I teach is also media, how I could incorporate this into a Shakespeare play. So how could I take the traditional, the early modern language and modernise it for a contemporary stage, and what would speak to audiences. I see Hamlet as a timeless story, as this issue surrounding generations. What happens when you take the language of Shakespeare, you take these generations and you put them together on a stage and you use the traditional language and then you use the modern networking, and what happens when we do that? So yeah, I'm really looking forward to the production. I think it's got a phenomenal cast, and hopefully as their director I can do them justice.
My name's Dr. Penelope Woods, and I'm a postdoctoral researcher here at University of Western Australia. I work with the Centre for the History of Emotions, and my project is a 3-year project looking at the Fortune Theatre. I'm extremely interested in this production of Hamlet. Obviously, as a historian of emotions, Hamlet is a particularly emotional play, and one that I'll be delighted to see using this space and its technologies.
Hi, my name is Arnold and I am the production manager for Hamlet. It's actually quite privileged to be able to be involved with GRADS this year, especially when it is Shakespeare's 450th birthday. GRADS chose Hamlet this year because that was the very first production that GRADS put on 50 years ago at the New Fortune Theatre. I am an avid lover of the theatre. Well, mostly musical theatre, but this is my very first Shakespearean production, so I'm hoping that we can bring some of the look and feel of the musical theatre across to Shakespeare as well. So let's see how we go with this one, and I invite each and every one of you to come and tell us what you think of it.